He's going to stay there for Gervonta Davis. Picked up the WBA something or other belt.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have your own views on that. The WBA regular belt against Mario Barrios. Before we talk about a potential fight between yourself and Davis, what did you make of his performance against Mario Barrios?
I never watched the whole fight. I've seen highlights of it. The highlights that I seen, he was getting outboxed for the majority of the fight. The highlights. He is a very, very good fighter. He is very skillful, but he was getting outboxed there by Mario, whatever his name was. His name Barrios. Sorry, that wasn't me being big-headed there. I just forgot his name. But no, he was getting outboxed, and he done well. He helped me with that body shot, and then that was the start of the end. But listen, I'd absolutely destroy him. It's a good fight. It's a big fight, but I would absolutely take him to bits. I would absolutely smash him to pieces.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Triple T. Sorry, yeah, Triple T. Yeah, it is Triple T. Triple T, my dog. Triple T, airing out Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I don't want his channel to become the Gervonta Tank Davis channel, but end of the day, man, it is what it is. It's no good putting out the Showtime All Access. Oh, man, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from the hood in Baltimore. I'll be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? What's the point putting out on the All Access and you ain't getting it in? What's the point trying to be a hood dude, but you can't fight the dons in your own sport? Does that make sense? Oh, man, I used to run the street. Run the street. How about fighting the man you're supposed to fight? Never mind run the street and I got guns and I got killers. I got shooters. Fight the people you're supposed to be fighting, you scary looking asses. Don't get me wrong here, listen. I'm all for gang culture. Yeah? Let me make something clear to you, man, right now. I'm all for gang culture. Yeah? If you want to be gang culture and you're truly greasy, I'm all for it. But the problem I've got is, you got a whole bunch of goofies who claim, I claim this set. I rep this set. I'm from Baltimore. I'm a blood. I'm a Crip. But these dons, they only want to turn up when they've got odds on their side. Yeah? When they're catching someone lacking. But when it comes to a fair fight in the sport you signed up for, you don't want no smoke. Triple T got you looking hella scary. Oh, man, I'm from Baltimore, but, I don't want one fight. I don't want Josh Taylor. No one knows him. No one knows him. What's that got to do with... He's undisputed. Yeah? Now, Gervonta, I know you love fighting people we've never heard of and fighting people for goofy belts that don't count, but on a serious note, yeah, you already ducked one undisputed champion as such, which was Lomachenko. Do you really want to become known as the undisputed ducker? You could have beat Lomachenko and become undisputed at 135. And then gone on to potentially beat Triple T. Undisputed at 140. Now, that would be something that's never been done before. To be fair to Teofimo, he could potentially do that. If he beats Lomachenko in this rematch, yeah, he could potentially... I don't think you will. I think Josh Taylor will walk the floor of it. I think Josh Taylor... My money, I'd bet on that fight. I'd bet Josh Taylor will walk the floor with Teofimo. But still, it's on principle. That there, it would be historic. I'm not even sure it's ever been done before. Has it ever been done before? Certainly not as a 4-belt champion. No one's ever become the undisputed champ. Never been done before. That could be you. Teofimo at 22, 23 years old. That's on his horizons. Because he stepped up. He took the jump. And I actually believe you're more talented. I'd back you in a fight. And that's what frustrates me the most about this Gervonta Tank Davis cat. Now, to be fair, Triple T, my dog the JT versus Gervonta Tank Davis is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Why? Because Josh Taylor left Shane McGuigan. If Josh Taylor was with Shane McGuigan, I'll be backing him all the way. But because he's gone to scary looking ass Ben Davison, who advises him to take 4 rounds off, we've just seen how much of a killer Gervonta Tank Davis can be in the last few rounds. For all we know, Josh Taylor's up 8 rounds. Floyd starts doing the most in the corner, and Tank's able to catch JT lacking. Who knows? All I know is that Ben Davison's hella scary. And he trains his fighters to be super scary, no matter what the circumstance. He's a super scary trainer. He is an Instagram trainer. And I've already seen the devolution. Shane McGuigan trains his fighters to the top of their capability. He trains them to go for the stoppage. It's not good enough just to nick a win. He wants you to fulfill your potential. Not, well, let's just get the W. No. It's fulfill your potential. Which versus Ramirez would have been the stoppage. Now anyway, that's just my technical side of this training game. But either way, this fight for me now, the fact Josh Taylor's left Shane McGuigan has evened it all up. Because you've obviously got Tank Davis, who's smaller, but he has the one-punch power. And you've got JT, who's now a moist coach. And we've already seen him devolve in that last fight, in my opinion. He's already doing things he weren't doing before, in a bad way. Like taking his foot off the gas for 4 rounds. I've never seen anything like that. Show me where he was in there with... I mean... He had a bust eye versus Prograis. And still... Could only see out of one eye. And then he only just about took his foot off the gas, if that makes sense. And that's because he had no eye. But anyway... That's it. To be honest with you, my analysis of the JT, of Triple T, is here nor there. Because guess what? I'm sitting here breaking down the JT, but he ain't the one, regardless of him going to some new scary trainer, he ain't the one with the problems. He ain't the one trying to play all this politics game. Oh man, you know, we on different sides of the street, and you know, he ain't a pay-per-view star. I'm a pay-per-view star, you know, I'm Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm from Baltimore. All you goofy gang dudes, where are you mans at? I'm telling you now, you goofy gang dudes can't fight a lick. That's why you're in the gang. Because the YB, on his own. I don't need a whole bag of man. Yeah? That's because you man are fruity. I don't know about you man, yeah, but the only man I know who need a whole bag of man are fruity dons. Yeah? They're bottoms. They're the only dons I know who enjoy having a whole bag of man around them are bottoms. Yeah? No doubt. Because the YB, I don't know about you man, yeah? I don't need a whole bag of man around me to feel nice. I feel nice anywhere I go, no doubt. You scary looking ass dudes. Not only is the worst thing, not only do you man need a whole bag of man around you, you also need the sticky as well. It's mad. How can you feel that? How can you be that insecure that you've got 10 man and you need the ting as well? Wow, you man are scary. Fully scary. Yeah? I'll tell you why. Because you can't fight. Now, Tank can fight, but unfortunately, he's got a bunch of goofies around him. Floyd knows Tank has something he don't. I say it every day, but I'm going to keep saying it. Floyd knows Tank has something he never had. Floyd can have all the schooling he wants. He never had no one-punch power. He never had that go-get-him attitude. You show me, yeah, you show me a fight where Floyd was told, we need the stoppage, and he pulled it out the bag. Show me it. Nowhere to be found. He hasn't got that gear in him. That there is like a, I don't know, that there's like, do you remember? I remember 30 years ago, yeah. All cars only had like 5 gears. And then around the 90s, they came out with the 6th gear. That used to be a proper cool thing, didn't it? Oh, it's got the 6 speed. Tank Davis has got the 6 speed. Floyd stuck with the 5 speed, no doubt. Yeah? And Floyd sees that and thinks, oops. If I got as far as I did, with no power and boring as you like, after De La Hoya whooped me. Let's get something straight here. Floyd got whooped by De La Hoya. If Floyd could have ever pulled off a KO, if Floyd ever needed a KO, it was when De La Hoya was working him like a heavy bag. De La Hoya showed him no respect. De La Hoya didn't take a back step. Made Floyd, the younger, fresher man, look silly in there, in my opinion. Backed him up. Bullied him all over the ring, in my opinion. Worked him. Yeah? If Floyd was ever going to need a KO, and to be honest, not even to be honest, the facts are, Floyd Mayweather Sr. after that fight said De La Hoya won on points. That's what Floyd Sr. said, no doubt. And that's why a lot of the tension between Mayweather Jr. and Sr. came from. Because he felt done wrong by his pops. But listen, I actually rate Floyd Sr. for that, because we've seen John Fury recently. John Fury shilling for his son, but I actually respect people. Because for me, if I have a son, yeah, and he loses a fight, you lost the fight. That's on you. Didn't no one ask you to be getting backed up by De La Hoya, 50-year-old, and shot to bits? Innit? If you're a younger, fresher man, that's your problem. If you're getting bullied and is teeing off on you on the ropes 24/7, that's on you. Yeah? If you don't like that, you should have done something about it in the ring. No good taking, oh well, Dad, you're meant to be my dad. Yeah, well, you're meant to be the best boxer in the world ever. Yeah? How about Dad? And having said that though, I expect the same. I'd hold myself to the same standard. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not going to shill just because you're what. But anyway, how that relates is that Floyd sees Tank is special. Specialer than him. And he don't really like, you know what Floyd's like? Floyd's always got to be the loudest. He's always got to be this one in the middle. He don't like the idea of someone. Listen, let's get something straight as well. We already know Tank took one of Floyd's main chicks. Yeah? So Floyd already sees that whole, what's that saying? The king's dead, long live the king. That's what Floyd sees for himself. Tank's already took one of his main things. Yeah? The writing's on the wall for Floyd. His hair's falling out. You know what I'm saying? Chicks don't dig that in 2021. Back 50 years ago, if you had money, chicks was down. Now, you best have a full head of hair and have money and have, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot, and be 6 foot tall. They ain't playing. Floyd, 5 foot tall, bald, not working. Trust me, it's not the look. It's not the look in 2021. They don't care how much money you got. They're running off with next man, Tank, with a full head of hair, no doubt. That's what happened. You Floyd dons can be mad, but that's just what it is. Listen, it don't make a scrap of difference to me. I'm just telling you, man, what happened. Yeah? Tankers already ran off with Floyd, and Floyd was like, oh man, each to their own, and trying to play cat, he ain't bothered. He bothered. He hurting. And that's why he's trying to stunt Tank's career. That said though, Tank, you are your own man. You're not 18 or 20 anymore. You're damn near 30 years old. When are you going to let them nuts hang? Yeah? I don't understand it. How can you let your nuts hang in Floyd's main thing, but then you can't manage your own career? For me, yeah. If I was managed by Floyd, I'd manage my own career before I ended up piping one of his main things. That's me personally, though. So you can't tell me, oh, YB, Tank's under the thumb from Floyd, and Tank can't get out. Well, he can. He had no problem piping one of Floyd's things, which shows me you don't respect Floyd that much. Which in conclusion, brings me back to the start of this video. Maybe Tank's just all talk. Maybe the whole Baltimore shtick. Where's that at? Where at? Don't no one know, because I ain't seen it in the ring yet. I've seen him fight a bunch of scary looking asses. I ain't seen him get stuck in. I haven't seen him fight one top 3 person ever in his career. Wow. 3 divisions, and you haven't fought one decent don. You're going out super sad. The state of Baltimore. Wow. That's all I can say. And right now, whatever you man want to say, the JT, Triple T, has got your man's Tank looking scary. He is a scary looking ass, yeah. Oh man, we at 140. Wait a minute. You got Leonard Shotgun Nose, yeah, Mr. Shotgun Nose, Mr. Shotgun Snout. You got Leonard Shotgun Snout Ellaby, yeah. Wait a minute. What's Shotgun Snout been saying? Listen, Shotgun Snout has been talking about, oh man, we got a belt. Tank got a belt. He the real champion. If he's the real champion, he shouldn't have no problem wiping out the JT, should he? He shouldn't have no problem wiping out Triple T. Oops. Oh man, he the real champion at 140. And the next thing you know, you got Shotgun Snout saying, no word of a lie, yeah? Next thing you know, Shotgun Snout goes from talking about how Tank's the real champion at 140 to saying, oh man, we stay in our own lane. We don't need Josh Taylor. We ain't fighting Josh Taylor at 140. Tank Davis is a 145 fighter. I swear to God. He went from talking about how Tank's the real champion at 140 to crying about how Tank's too small and Tank's really a 135 and that's his division. Just goofy. These cats are goofy, aren't they? What's wrong with these people? And that's why I don't all access. Don't tell me about Baltimore. I'm not interested. Until your man starts acting Baltimore. Listen, I told you man before. I'm all for gang culture. I'm all for representing states. If you're showing up and showing out, you can talk all the Baltimore you want. You can talk all the whatever else you want. You can talk all the trap star you want. But don't be talking like a trap star and you scary. Because you best believe the YB going to be... Listen, I'm going to be there for all of it. Yeah? My name ain't Ellie Suckback. I'm not just going to sit there stroking you off. Yeah? The YB's not a weasel. No doubt. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention... Listen, this isn't the case of two random dons not saying much. The JT, as you heard at the start of this video, has put your man Gervonta Tank Davis on blast. Yeah? He said he'll rip you to bits. What's wrong with this? I don't get this. What happened to the fighters of old? I'm not saying it was all perfect then, but people used to have pride before. You can't say that about me. Now, listen, for example, yeah? Even though, in my opinion, I mean, what B-Hop says... Well, to be honest with you, yeah? I don't actually have a problem with it. B-Hop said some things to Calzaghe, yeah? Would I say it? Probably not, but my point is, I don't mind him saying it because guess what? He got in the ring and he got whooped. If that makes sense. So my point, what I'm getting at is that as long as if you say something and you get in there and you don't jack and hop out like Billy Ho Saunders, you can't really ask for much more than that. You know what I'm saying? Talk a good game, get whooped, and you know what I'm saying, one of them ones. But where's the pride? Where is that pride? I'd rather, yeah, rather than seeing this moist, neutered. Is that the word, neutered? What's that word where they cut the balls off? Is it I don't know. Whatever that word is, that's what Tank right now sounds neutered. Yeah? He sounds like he's had a big, thick elastic band strapped right around his nuts. Because, like I was about to say, I'd rather hear Tank talking, giving it the B-Hop talk, than doing what he's doing now. All moist looking. Oh man, I'm a 135, even though I just fought at 140 for an alleged belt. Wow! Where's that pride that says there's no way I'm gonna let her talk about me like that? That's what should be going through his head right now. Not, oh man, I'm a 140, I'm a scary looking ass 130 pounder. You man are scary. Real scary. Super scary. It's bad. It's real bad. The state of boxing is super bad right now. It's wow right now. There ain't no pride. There ain't no courage. And I'm not saying he ain't got courage, because he does show courage to an extent, but again, there's levels to courage. There's courage, oh, I'm fighting a man I know I can beat and pushing through. Can Gervonta Tank Davis have the courage where he can push through when he's fighting someone he knows he can beat? Yes. But there's levels to this game. Getting in there and pushing through against Mario Kart is one thing. The Hall of Fame level would be doing what you did against Mario Kart against Triple T. For me, if you stop Josh Taylor, you're automatic Hall of Fame. If you become undisputed, if Tank Davis knocked out, or even if he won, to be fair, whatever, for me that's more or less a Hall of Fame performance. But certainly if you stopped him, if Tank Davis stopped Josh Taylor, for me, straight to the Hall of Fame. And as I said the other day, arguably I'd probably put you in top 10 all time. That's just my opinion. Where's that oomph in you? You're just happy letting people air you out like that. And what I don't get is, and this is how you know Tank's scary, yeah, because guess what? Ryan Garcia said something similar, and Tank was all over it. Do you understand? That's what I don't rate. I don't rate that. Yeah? You know you've got the beating of the pretty looking ass. Yeah? One Direction. You know you've got the beating of One Direction. So all of a sudden you're saying, oh man, send the contract. I'm from Baltimore. I'm not going to take that. I don't rate that, Tank. Be consistent. If you're going to be scary, be all the way scary. Yeah? If you're going to be scary, when Ryan Garcia calls you out, you should be saying, oh man, well, I'm a 130 pounder. I'm not really a 135. And that's what you need to do. It's no good acting all smoky when it's someone you're comfortable with. All of a sudden, you're not so comfortable with Triple T, and you you know what I'm saying? You're giving it giving it all the butts. Sounding like Bugs Bunny out here. Bugs Bunny looking out. Bugs Bunny sounding ass. Giving it all that, 100%. That's what you sound like. All I hear is a bunch of Bugs Bunny sounding looking asses. No doubt. 100%. And for me, it's just a bad look. Especially someone with your talent and your alleged upbringing. Because Josh Taylor has got you scary. And again, no one didn't ask you to go up to 140 and prance around. You could have humbly gone up to 140, nicked a crap belt, and just said nothing. Yeah, it's a crap belt. It is what it is. Paid homage. If you'd have paid homage, no one ain't got no problem with that. But to go up there, nick a fake belt, and strut around and try and debate how you're the real it's just bad look. It don't add up. Fair enough, yeah. If you'd have gone up there, nicked a fake belt, and said I'm the real champion, JT, come get some. The YB would have been rock hard for it. I'd have said, wow, I'm rock hard for this. But that's not, you're not acting scary, you're just scary. You fit, Tank Davis fits right in with the 2021 crop of fighters. Just scary looking asses. It's the Floyd Mayweather effect. Everyone's paid to be scary these days. The scarier the better. The more bums you fight, the better. It's how it is today. It's bad.